Okay. This is Spicer Bell at the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore. And Spicer, Ira Wolf, recently presented at a nonprofit resource day here. Can you give me some feedback on what you heard from some of the participants and what you yourself learned that day?
Great. Yeah. Actually, Ira's done 2 presentations for us recently. One to a large group at the Nonprofit Resource Day, and another at a recent board retreat. And they really, both presentations really prompted us to think about how we're appealing to multiple generations of potential donors and building relationships with them. It's prompted us to, we had already been working with Ira to develop some social media presence with Facebook, and we use Twitter with our ShoreCan Volunteer Center, but we've been working on expanding that.
Yeah, so, the people who came that day as well, I mean, what did they say to you?
The feedback we got on Nonprofit Resource Day was very, very positive. I think it's building an awareness of how we can reach out and build relationships through various media instruments, like this camera you're using today, which will end up on the internet. I mean, we weren't thinking about those types of options even probably a few months ago. Actually, as a result of Ira's presentation and some testimonials that you taped and he posted, that prompted us to go out and get a phone, and we're starting to do some similar things now to help us build relationships with the nonprofits that we serve.
And after his presentation, did you sit down and say, okay, let's come up with a master plan for social media, or okay, what are we gonna do with all of this that we just learned today? What did you guys do here at the Community Foundation?
Well, at regular staff meetings, we always look at for a number of months, we look at our web page, and we review what we have on the internet at each staff meeting and see what needs to be updated and what can we improve there. We're doing the same thing with other social media now. What should we be posting to Facebook, and what can we do to increase the number of people who are fans on Facebook? How can we reach out to new audiences? And we're very much in the relationship building business, and the more people we can touch in more ways, the better. And so we're learning. I'm very fortunate. I have some staff members who are much better at some of these things, the technology, than I am, and we've just said to them, be creative and let us know how you can use these new media.
Now, I know that you have a computer that people can come in and use for a database, correct?
That's correct.
Are you thinking of expanding that at all?
Well, that's a unique situation. We were actually a partner with the Foundation Center in New York City, and we subscribe to access to their master database of grant makers across the country. They currently track, I think, about 96,000 grant makers across the country. By nature of our agreement with them, that can only be accessed from here in our office. But we allow any nonprofit in the region to come in and use that. So if there's somebody who sees this and they're wondering where they can find money for their program, they ought to contact us and come in here and let us teach them how to use that database.
Okay, excellent. Do you have anything else you want to add, Spicer? Just about what you've learned, you have a Facebook page now, and people can become a fan of the Community Foundation Facebook page as well. But I guess we've come a long way, haven't we?
Absolutely, and as I shared with you before we started taping, I've been kind of pulled into this clawing and screaming. I guess it's partially because of my age, but it is fascinating. I think it's the type of thing you have to keep in context. I understand there are people who keep Facebook up and running on their computer almost 24 hours a day. I do not do that. But I think if you keep it in context, it does help you connect with people. And for us, we're learning about our potential donors at the same time that they're learning about us.
That's true. Thank you very much.